Timo Werner explains why he plays better for Germany than Chelsea after netting against Israel. Chelsea striker Timo Werner says the football played by Germany boss Hansi Flick is a better fit for his skill set than the role asked of him by Thomas Tuchel. The 26-year-old, who has struggled to live up to his £47.5 million price tag since moving to Stamford Bridge from RB Leipzig in 2020, has only managed to net 1 Premier League goal so far this season for the West London club. But the former Leipzig forward looked dangerous in Germany's 2-0 win against Israel on Saturday evening, adding to Havertz's opener with a lovely finish as he darted in at the near post to guide a free kick delivery past the keeper. Werner has a solid international record, netting 22 goals in 48 caps, and 6 of those goals have come in the last 6 months since Flick took over, with the striker feeling his game is better suited to the way Germany play. Speaking after his latest goal against Israel, Werner said, "I'm a striker and I always want to score. Things aren't going the way I'd like at Chelsea, so it's all the better that things are going well here under Hansi Flick. I really enjoy playing football, no matter where I'm playing. There are differences in the style of play between football at Chelsea and here. Maybe the one at the national team suits me better. Here, I always have scoring chances, I can score goals. I feel very comfortable here." In the early stages of Tuchel's reign at Chelsea, his side were hampered by profligate finishing from their wasteful frontmen, including Werner, though in recent months the European champions have had a harder time creating chances. Tony Cascarino believes Conor Gallagher and Liverpool would be the perfect fit. The Chelsea midfielder, who is making a name for himself on loan at Crystal Palace this season, will undoubtedly have clubs showing interest when his loan spell expires in the summer. Palace face a fight on their hands to try and make the 22-year-old's loan a permanent one, and former Chelsea striker Cascarino believes Liverpool should make a move, although he admits the Blues are unlikely to sell to one of their Premier League rivals. Conor Gallagher is an outstanding attacking midfielder who always looks like he's going to get a goal or make an assist, Cascarino told TalkSport. "I like him because I don't think there's too many of his type around. Liverpool, for me, if they had a player like that, is well adding him behind their front three, with his ability to get goals. Chelsea would never sell him to Liverpool, but they do really well with him. Conor Gallagher will get goals. Whether or not he will get his chance at Chelsea, I don't know. No one at Chelsea can do what he does, but it depends if Thomas Tuchel wants to play that kind of player in his system. I hope he does give him a chance." Chelsea boss Tuchel has remained tight-lipped on Gallagher's long-term future at Chelsea and will be keen to see him in pre-season ahead of making a decision on whether he fits into his plans or not. However, he's certainly making an impression on England boss Gareth Southgate after getting an assist in their 2-1 win over Switzerland on Saturday, his first start for the Three Lions. Italy boss Roberto Mancini confirms Jorginho will return to Chelsea after World Cup exit. Italy boss Roberto Mancini has confirmed that Jorginho will return to Chelsea early from international duty after his national side fell to defeat against North Macedonia and will not play in the 2022 World Cup. The qualifying match was a must-win for Italy, who could not overcome their opponents, meaning they have not qualified for the World Cup in Qatar. Speaking to the press, as quoted by Instagram account CFC News page, Mancini confirmed he will return early. The Italian also stated that there is a strong relationship between the Italian national side and Chelsea, with Thomas Tuchel not playing Jorginho in the FA Cup so he was fit to face North Macedonia. Mancini confirmed, "We sent Jorginho back to Chelsea as we have a good relationship with him. He wasn't playing FA Cup to help us, and so now it was correct to send Jorginho back." Jorginho is distraught with Italy's exit and will return to Cobham early to begin preparations for Chelsea's Premier League clash against Brentford on Saturday. He recently admitted that his penalty misses against Switzerland, in a must-win game for his country, will haunt him for the rest of his life. Jorginho will be hoping to put the disappointment behind him and end the season on a high with Thomas Tuchel's side. Clause in Marc Guehi contract could see Chelsea re-sign Crystal Palace star. Ex-Chelsea centre-back Marc Guehi may make a return to his former club sooner than expected after a clause in his contract may allow him to move back this summer, according to reports. The 21-year-old spent 12 years in Chelsea's youth ranks before making it through to the senior team in 2019. However, he only made 2 appearances in a Blues jersey, in the Carabao Cup, before joining Swansea City on loan and later being sold to Crystal Palace. As reported by The Sun journalist Tom Barkley, via Give Me Sport, Guehi has a clause in his contract, which kicks in next summer, meaning that Chelsea could rival any prospective bidders for the Eagles centre-back. I don't think they do have a buyback clause, Barkley told Give Me Sport. My understanding is they have a clause, which kicks in next summer, where if another club makes a bid and it gets accepted, then they have the right to match that bid and have it accepted. His story at Chelsea might not definitely be over, but it's not as simple as Tino Livramento, for example, where if they just offer close to £38 million, they can get him back. In 33 appearances so far this season, Guehi has registered a total of 4 goals for Patrick Vieira's Crystal Palace, including one in the FA Cup quarter-final that led him to be named in the official team of the quarter-final earlier today. He also earned himself his first England call-up in their friendly 2-1 win over Switzerland on Saturday. Guehi played 90 minutes in a back three alongside Conor Cody and Ben White. Dani Alves praises Chelsea right-back and great player Reece James. Barcelona right-back Dani Alves has praised Chelsea defender Reece James, labelling him a great player and among one of his favourites in his position. James has made a name for himself in West London ever since breaking into his side's first team in 2019. This season, despite struggling with injuries, he has still managed to register 6 goals and 7 assists in a total of 26 appearances. Speaking to 442 magazine, via Express, Alves was questioned on who his favourite right-backs in world football were, labelling James amongst a couple of others. "I admire Trent Alexander-Arnold very much," he said. "He's a fantastic footballer. This guy has got world-class skills. I also like to watch Reece James and Achraf Hakimi. They mix strength with technique and are also great players. The three of them obviously have different characteristics and styles, but they all know how to do the job." Alves then went on to praise Blues manager Thomas Tuchel, referring to his time under the German manager at Paris Saint-Germain. "I found that very enjoyable," he told 442. "I remember when he said to me, 'Danny, it's a waste to have you as a fullback because you're not going to touch the ball as much as you should.' I thought that was a great compliment. It did work well, too, as I felt comfortable in that position." It seems as though, in Alves's eyes, Chelsea currently boast a very strong squad and are likely to pose a threat in Europe once again. Chelsea could be sold for record fee as bidders encouraged to raise offers above £2.5 billion. Chelsea Football Club could be sold for a record fee for a sports team as bidders are encouraged to increase their offers to over £2.5 billion, sources close to the process state. Todd Burley, Sir Martin Broughton, Stephen Palduca and the Ricketts family have all made the next stage of the bidding process, named as preferred buyers for Chelsea. As per Nizar Kinsella, there has been talk that Chelsea are seeking to boost the price of the club to a record-breaking figure for a sports team. The current record is held by NBA team Brooklyn Nets, who were acquired for £2.5 billion by Joseph Tsai. However, now it is believed that £2.5 billion is the minimum that Chelsea will be sold for as Rain encourage bidders to raise their offers. The remaining parties must also now prepare a presentation to show to the United Kingdom government in an attempt to win their bid for Chelsea to take over from Abramovich. This comes after Rain have informed the bidders of an April 18th deadline, when they will appraise the UK government for a licence to sell the club. Therefore there is a deadline of April 11th for final bids to be submitted as Chelsea look for a quick deal to see Roman Abramovich hand over the reins at Stamford Bridge. It remains to be seen as to who will be successful in the hunt for the Blues, but Rain have now confirmed the process is moving as planned, with preferred bidders already informed of their success before being handed the opportunity to improve their bids. It appears that the club will be sold for a record fee, making history despite the circumstances. This has reportedly sent encouragement to other owners of Premier League clubs as the sale is set to go through swiftly.
That is all Chelsea News today. If you like the video, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye and see you by tomorrow news.